Have you ever wondered what Batman's first nights as a hero in Gotham were like?
Believe me, it wasn't anything like what you think.
Before becoming the unbeatable Dark Knight everyone knows, Bruce Wayne made fatal mistakes, failed in his missions, and nearly died on countless occasions! In the next few minutes, you'll discover the dark secrets of those early patrols, the chilling details of his failures, and how each mistake shaped the Batman myth. Stay until the end, because what I'm about to reveal will forever change the way you view the beginnings of Gotham's greatest hero. The Batman myth is often told as a flawless rise, a traumatized millionaire who dons the mantle and immediately inspires fear in criminals. But the reality in DC's darkest stories is quite different. Bruce's first nights in Gotham were disastrous, full of failures that nearly cost him his life and the lives of innocent people. On his very first patrol, Bruce, still not in full uniform, attempted to confront a group of armed robbers. He had no strategy, no mastery over his fear. The result: he was beaten nearly to death and thrown into an alley. If not for his own LeConte, the hesitation of one of the criminals to shoot the future Batman would have died that very night. Deciding he needed something more, Bruce created his first version of the costume. But it was crude, improvised, and far from the symbol we know today. In one of his first attempts to rescue hostages, the cape got caught on a fire escape. He was nearly strangled by his own creation. Gotham didn't see a hero. It saw a masked amateur staggering through alleys, bleeding, and failing the city he swore to protect. And with each mistake, the Batman legend seemed to die before it was even born. One of the darkest moments of those early nights was when Bruce tried to confront criminals kidnapping children in an abandoned warehouse. Ill-trained to deal with real-life situations, he was surprised by improvised explosives. The result was catastrophic. The building collapsed, several victims were injured, and Bruce narrowly escaped with severe burns. The police, far from seeing a savior, began to regard him as a dangerous threat. Gotham didn't want Batman. They saw him as a failure. The psychological struggle was even worse. Bruce began to doubt himself. His nights were filled not only with blood, but with nightmares. He dreamed of bats devouring his flesh, of alleys flooded with blood, and of his father watching him in disappointment. These dark visions nearly drove him mad. Instead of inspiring fear in his enemies, fear consumed Batman himself. These details are rarely told, but they are part of the essence of the character. The hero was born of failure, pain, and humiliation, and how Gotham reacted with contempt. The newspapers of the time called him the Masked Madman, a disturbed man who played vigilante. The police hunted him as much as they hunted criminals. And the criminals themselves, they laughed at him. Yes, Batman, the one who would become the city's most feared figure, was the butt of jokes in his early nights. But it was precisely this period of personal terror and failure that shaped Bruce. He realized he needed to be more than a man in a costume. He needed to become a symbol. And that moment came when, desperate and on the brink of death after yet another ambush, Bruce fell unconscious in his mansion, bleeding and lost. He sat in the darkness until a vision changed everything. A colossal bat crashed through the window, landing before him like a creature from hell. In that instant, Bruce understood it wasn't enough to be a vigilante. He needed to become something greater, something that would inspire dread in the hearts of criminals. From that revelation, the true Batman was born. But until then, his early nights had left deep scars. Broken bones that never fully healed. Scars that still cover his body today, and perhaps most painful of all, the lives he couldn't save. These memories are ghosts that haunt him every night, reminding him that the hero we know was forged in failure. The most intriguing part is that some stories depict alternate versions in which Bruce never overcame these disasters. In parallel universes, Batman never managed to rise again. He died on one of his first nights, or went mad, transforming into a monster who preyed on innocent. These dark lines reveal how much fate hung in the balance. If Bruce had made just one more mistake, the myth of the Dark Knight would never have existed. And that's the irony. The Batman we know, the world's greatest detective and strategist, was born from the most disastrous nights of his life. Without those failures, he would never have learned to be more than human. he would never have become the symbol of fear, the legend that haunts Gotham to this day. So, the next time you think of Batman as a perfect, invincible figure, remember, it all began with absolute failure. Those first nights were a nightmare, but it was those nightmares that shaped the eternal hero. And now I ask you, if you were on the streets of Gotham back then, would you have laughed at this clumsy vigilante? Or believed that, despite the disasters, something greater was being born? If you enjoyed this dark and intriguing dive into Batman's early days, don't forget to subscribe to the Nerd Multiverse channel, activate the bell, leave a comment, and share this video with your friends. Here, we always reveal the hidden, frightening, and mysterious sides of nerd culture's greatest heroes and villains.